What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Devil's in the Details. I'm BD.
And I'm Dan. Although most of our thoughts are speculation, some of them may prove to be spoilers, so spoiler warning. You've been warned.
A couple of weeks ago, a brand new trailer for Deadpool 2 finally dropped.
It's actually the third trailer to be released, and this one is overflowing with information, which we will happily cover today.
The trailer starts off with the awkward and hilarious Dopinder, played perfectly by Karan Soni, who seems to have become Deadpool's full-time personal driver.
And who wouldn't want to be Deadpool's full-time personal driver with all the beautiful life and love advice he gives?
And it's a very safe job.
Oh, I shit my pants. Actually, that may have been me.
As he sits in his cab, the song I'm All Out of Love by Air Supply is playing on the radio.
Now, this reminded me of the opening scene in the first Deadpool movie where the song playing is Angel of the Morning by Juice Newton.
It's nice to see them continuing the nostalgia trend by including not only the 80s and beyond references, but also some of the classic 80s music.
This can also be a nod to Reynolds, or a poke at him like he's done in the first Deadpool movie when referencing things such as his portrayal of the Green Lantern, or how Fox handled his character Deadpool in the 2009 movie X-Men Origins Wolverine.
From the studio that inexplicably sewed his fucking mouth shut the first time.
And let's not forget that he did sing the song in the 2002 film Van Wilder.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Deadpool rounds a corner being chased by a dozen thugs, and he's yelling out,
I'm so lost without you. I know you were right.
For me, this is referencing the classic 1981 Raiders of the Lost Ark where Indiana Jones is trying to escape a tribe of savages and is yelling, "Start the engine," as he runs towards the camera.
Oh yeah, good call.
You disagree?
No, I just thought it was a reference to IKEA like in the first Deadpool movie.
Anything's an improvement over the Herdal. I'd have taken an Emnus or a Treacle over the Herdal.
Yeah, you never saw the commercial?
I see your point. Next, we see a couple of action sequences set in different locales, and then something that caught my attention. Deadpool sporting a pair of stripper stilettos. My question is, why would he be wearing these?
Possibly a wager or a dare with Vanessa or maybe Domino or one of the other ladies on the team.
Like someone telling Deadpool, if you think it's so easy fighting with these shoes, maybe you should try it for a day?
Exactly. I mean, it's not easy wearing those shoes.
Too much information. Too much information.
I'd say that's a wager right up Wade's alley.
And then we get the gluten joke.
I was rounding up all the gluten in the world and launching into space where it can't not hurt us ever again.
This is a more obvious reference to Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, when Superman rounded up all of the nukes on the planet in a giant net and flung them into the sun.
And then we get a new look at Josh Brolin's Cable, sporting that teddy bear on his hip. I'm very curious about the teddy bear's backstory and how it all fits into the narrative.
Now you have to wonder, is it something that he's held on since he was a child, or does it belong to somebody else?
Cable's storyline seems very reminiscent of Terminator 2 or even Looper, where a character returns to the future to prevent something from happening.
And in this case, he's here for the kid. The kid is played by Julian Dennison, whose character still remains a mystery, but we can speculate, as so many others already have.
One of the characters that he might be playing, because of his physicality, is Butterball, but I'm going to squash that one right away. Although there may be physical similarities, I don't think the powers line up.
Butterball is virtually invulnerable to most mental and physical attacks, but he doesn't have any pyrotechnical abilities as displayed by Dennison's character in the trailer.
Sunspot makes a little more sense, a mutant with the ability to absorb and channel solar power. Sunspot can be related to the X-Men, the New Mutants, and X-Force as well.
And then we have Pyro, whose power is the ability to control fire. In the comics, he's always been an enemy to the X-Men and was a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
The character of Pyro has also appeared as a student of Xavier's in 2003 in X-Men 2, but ends up defecting to Magneto's team by the end of that film.
Another speculated character would be Evan Sebaner from the all-new X-Men comics.
He's also had a few different aliases, such as Genesis, Death, N-Sebanor, Kid Apocalypse, and my favorite, Apocalypsicchio.
Wait, like Apocalypse and Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Am I a real boy?
A great theory out of Rotten Tomatoes was that in the comics, Cable returns in the past to find Hope, a young girl that the apocalyptic Phoenix Force considers as a new host after the death of Jean Grey, also known as the Dark Phoenix.
Possibly tying into the upcoming 2019 X-Men movie with the same title. They'd be switching character gender, of course, but if it does pan out, it would be tying directly into that movie.
The trailer seems to confirm Terry Crews' character. We get to see a headshot of Crews with the name Bedlam at the bottom of the pic.
Previously speculated was George Washington Bridge from Six Pack and also Hammer from the fictional Marvel Comics multiverse, Earth 616. But after seeing the trailer, I'm pretty sure we can put that to bed.
In the same headshot scene, there's also a pic of comedian Rob Delaney with the name Peter. Could this be Peter Rasputin?
Delaney doesn't seem big enough to be able to pull off Colossus, so perhaps he's another character such as Pete Wisdom. In the comics, Wisdom is a British Secret Service agent with a mutant ability to throw blades of energy, hot knives if you will, from his fingertips.
Those are Deadpool's gloves, by the way, in that scene, handling the photos. Is he picking out the X-Force team?
Other characters that we can expect to see, but are not yet sure who they might be portraying, are Shioli Kitsuna's character, whom, according to Jeremy Conrad, may be a new character named Yoiki.
But dare we speculate on who else she might be playing?
Oh, we dare.
Psylocke, although unlikely because her character was already established and portrayed in 2016's X-Men Apocalypse, where she was played by Olivia Munn.
She can also be Surge from the New Mutants. Her outfit does resemble an X-Men uniform.
Her powers are consistent with what's being portrayed in the trailer. She absorbs electricity at all times, from static in the air to electrical appliances, outlets, or pretty much anything with power surging through it. And she needs to wear special gauntlets at all times in order to regulate her power.
And her character might also be Negasonic Teenage Warhead's love interest,
Which would be fun.
the role being reprised, of course, by the incredible Brianna Hildebrand.
She was awesome in the first one, and I just hope she gets more screen time in this one. Kinda like Lando in Solo, but I'm not
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
And speaking of returning characters, Marina Baccarin returns as Vanessa, the yin to Deadpool's yang.
Or Wang.
Kiss me like you miss me, Red.
Stefan Kopacik as the voice of our favorite steel-plated mutant, Colossus.
Why?
And of course, the quick-witted, foul-mouthed, and always entertaining, drumroll, T.J. Miller.
You look like somebody turned your face inside out and then just left it like that, but then you got in a house fire.
Let's not forget to mention a couple of other new characters making their first appearance in the Deadpool-verse.
Zazie Beetz as Domino. In addition to her exceptional marksmanship and hand-to-hand skills, Domino possesses mutant probability-altering powers similar to those of the mutant Longshot. She's a lucky rabbit's foot.
She often uses her skills as a mercenary, but has also been partner, confidant, and love interest to Cable.
If the filmmakers will be pursuing that relationship in the film remains to be seen, I'd like to see it. Like in the first film, they could promote it as a romantic comedy.
Bill Skarsgård, who recently played Pennywise in the reboot of Stephen King's It, has just too many possibilities as to who his character might be.
He could be playing Richter, Dr. Nemesis, Garrison Kane, Chamber, or Solo.
Yeah, but who do you think he's gonna play?
I think he might be playing Zeitgeist, for two reasons. One, he seems to be wearing a protective mask over his mouth in the trailer, which is in line with the comic book character. And two, his superpower is that he's able to spew acidic vomit from his mouth. Vomit that could burn through 10-centimeter thick steel in less than 30 seconds. That's a superpower Deadpool himself would love to have.
Sweet baby Jesus.
The last character that I want to mention that I and many others spotted in a literal blink and you will miss it shot is Shatterstar.
In the comics, Shatterstar has a superhuman level of physical and mental attributes, senses, strength, speed, reflexes, agility, flexibility, stamina, and intelligence.
All of which are augmented to a ridiculous degree.
The similarities between Shatterstar's comic book costume and the costume portrayed in the trailer are undeniable. I'm almost positive it's him.
A few other references I'd like to point out. There's one near the end of the trailer where Deadpool is sporting a yellow mesh shirt. This could be a number of things, including an homage to the comic book character Richter from the 90s.
Or it could be a poke at Negasonic's outfit in the first Deadpool film. I loved the X-Force christening from Deadpool.
It will be known as X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
You're absolutely right.
An obvious jab at the Wakanda salute from Black Panther.
Really? I took it as a wink to Wonder Woman. There are two assumptions that I came across while researching this video. The first one was that Cable is here to kill the kid.
I ain't letting Cable kill this kid.
I think it still remains unclear if he's really there to kill him or simply bring him back to the future.
Great Scott.
It might just be an assumption on the part of Deadpool, but I'm not yet convinced that it is Cable's true motivation.
My name's Cable. I'm here for the kid.
And my second one is more of a jump to conclusion, which is an easy conclusion to jump to given the dialogue.
It lives up to the hype, plus plus.
Fuck it, they probably won't even make it 3.
Yeah, why would they? Stop it too. You killed it.
I don't think that they're specifically talking about the possibilities of a Deadpool 3 movie.
Even Reynolds himself tweeted that it fell somewhere between Godfather 2 and Dirty Dancing Havana Nights when the new trailer released.
Reynolds could also be poking fun at his wife, Blake Lively. They have been known to troll each other in public, and he does mention the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants in the trailer.
She does have a role in both of those films.
And that is why Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
Oh, God, I wish I finished college.
Or it can simply be any number of movies. The Empire Strikes Back,
Spider-Man 2,
Blade 2,
Captain America the Winter Soldier,
Batman Returns,
Mad Max 2,
Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan,
Evil Dead 2,
Dark Knight,
Toy Story 2,
Aliens.
I could do this all day.
Thank you once again for tuning in. I would like to thank our incredible patrons for their continued support.
Also a big thank you for everyone who continues to watch, share, like, and subscribe.
Would you like to share some of your Deadpool 2 speculations with us? Think we're right about some things?
Wrong about others? Please leave us a comment down below so that we can have a discussion with you. Thank you, we love you.
Good night.
Visit the website below to get all the details. This is one fight where everyone can be a hero. No superpowers, capes, or lame CG costumes needed. Just your money. Seriously, we need that. These suits aren't cheap. Head to amaze.com/Deadpool, and together, let's fcancer.com.